Have you ever had a dream so vivid, so hauntingly beautiful, that waking up felt like a kind of death? What if that dream wasn't just your subconscious running wild, but a message, a whisper from a deeper part of your being, trying to show you the life you're meant to live? Now imagine this: two men from different centuries, different continents, and opposite temperaments standing on a stage under the stars. One is quiet, reserved, eyes full of woods and solitude, Henry David Thoreau. The other is fierce, intense, with the storm of the Alps in his gaze, Friedrich Nietzsche. One sees dreams as a gentle compass pointing to truth. The other sees them as forges of power and becoming. This is not just a debate between two philosophers. It's a battle of worldviews, between peace and struggle, between returning to nature and becoming something beyond nature. And in that clash, we find one of the most urgent questions of our time. Should we live according to the dreams that bring us peace, or the ones that burn us into something greater? In this journey, you'll discover not only how Thoreau and Nietzsche saw dreams and life differently, but also how these views reflect the core of their entire philosophies about society, solitude, suffering, truth, and the self. By the end, you'll have a clearer sense of which voice echoes truer for you, or perhaps how both can guide different parts of your own path. Henry David Thoreau didn't go to war. He didn't climb philosophical peaks or shout through metaphors. He walked away. In 1845, he built a small cabin near Walden Pond in Massachusetts, living for 2 years with just the essentials: a table, a bed, a few books, and an endless conversation with nature. Why? To live deliberately, to chase the dream of a life uncluttered, awake, and real. For Thoreau, modern society was a machine, loud, fast, and dehumanizing. Dreams were an antidote to all that noise. They reminded him and us of a truth we often bury under deadlines, purchases, and distractions. Our truest life is when we are in dreams awake, he wrote. A call to live our ideals, not just think about them at night. For Thoreau, dreams are not escape. They are a mirror held to the soul reflecting what truly matters. He believed that a person dreaming of a simpler, quieter life was not naive, but prophetic. He saw dreams as deeply ethical. They reveal what we value beyond material things: silence, reflection, connection with the land. A dream of a cabin, a morning lake, a handwritten journal. These were not whims. They were sacred blueprints for an honest life. And this belief shaped how Thoreau saw freedom, not as rebellion, but as refusal. Refusal to play society's game. Refusal to measure worth by wealth. Refusal to live someone else's story. His dream wasn't to conquer the world, but to belong deeply to one small piece of it. Now, enter Nietzsche. The dream for him wasn't peace, it was transformation. Nietzsche didn't seek silence. He sought awakening. Not the soft whisper of truth, but the roaring scream of self-realization. Where Thoreau turned to the woods, Nietzsche turned inward, into chaos, conflict, and creation. To Nietzsche, dreams weren't inherently good. In fact, they could be dangerous. They could lull people into fantasy, delusion, and mediocrity. But in their raw, unfiltered form, dreams also had tremendous power. They were like ancient fires, wild, burning, untamed, waiting for someone strong enough to shape them. Man is a rope, Nietzsche said, tied between beast and Übermensch, a rope over an abyss. In other words, we are not fixed, we are becoming. And our dreams, if we're bold, can become tools of transformation, but only if we accept suffering, embrace our inner chaos, and stop looking for comfort. For Nietzsche, dreams must be confronted, not cradled. His vision was radical. Don't just listen to your dream. Wrestle with it. Let it tear you apart if it must, because in that tearing, you become something new. For Nietzsche, dreaming is a dangerous art. the art of forging oneself anew. And this is where Nietzsche departs most from Thoreau. Thoreau asks, "What is your true self?" Nietzsche demands, "Why settle for a self at all? Create one. Shape it. Suffer for it." His dreamer doesn't sit by the pond. He dances on the edge of cliffs, laughing into the void. Thoreau believed in serenity. Nietzsche believed in storm. One seeks truth in the hush of pine trees, the other in the howls of existential crisis. But both men shared one fundamental belief: most people are not truly alive. Thoreau thought we are dulled by comfort and habit. He saw people rushing to jobs they hated, buying things they didn't need, and mistaking that for life. His dream was a call to wake up. He'd say, "Live simply, walk more, think deeper, watch the sunset, and most of all, listen to your inner voice." Nietzsche agreed. But he'd say that inner voice must be tested, that to live as your highest self, you must first kill your false gods, your inherited beliefs, your social conditioning, even your own illusions. For Nietzsche, dreaming wasn't about peace. It was about will to power, the drive to rise above yourself again and again. The contrast is fierce, but illuminating. Thoreau would say, "Find the dream that calms your soul." Nietzsche, "Find the dream that sets your soul on fire." But ask yourself, are you dreaming to escape or to evolve? Look around. In a world of 24/7 noise, endless scrolling, and productivity hacks, Thoreau's whisper seems prophetic. You are asleep. Wake up. More than ever, people crave stillness, presence, nature. The rise of mindfulness, minimalism, and digital detoxes all echo his dream. We long to step away and breathe again. Yet, there's another hunger, the Nietzschean hunger. We don't just want rest. We want to become. We want meaning, transformation, transcendence. We go to therapy, read philosophy, chase passions not just to soothe, but to reinvent ourselves. Nietzsche's fire lives on in every person who refuses to settle for a life half-lived. So whose dream do we need today? The answer may not be either or, but both. Maybe we need Thoreau's silence to hear our inner call, and Nietzsche's roar to answer it. Maybe we need to rest in the woods, and then walk out, blazing. Perhaps the path is not one dream, but a cycle. Quiet, then creation. Peace, then power. So which voice speaks to you? Are you the wanderer by the pond, listening to the frogs and scribbling in your journal, building a dream from stillness? Or are you the warrior of the soul, battling illusions, forging a new self with every scar? Thoreau says, live deliberately. Nietzsche says, live dangerously. Thoreau teaches us how to dream with peace. Nietzsche teaches us how to suffer for our dream and be reborn. In the end, life isn't about choosing a philosopher. It's about choosing a way of being. And sometimes, it takes a bit of both to become who you're meant to be.